Hello, and welcome back to Insight to Invest, the YouTube channel that gives you insight into a company and you decide how to invest to grow your money. Apple has been behind their competitors as it pertains to AI. They are working quietly to try to catch up in their own way. Today we're breaking down 3 stories: how the M5 chip is potentially moving from your laptops to the data center, a revolutionary version of Xcode that literally brings agentic coding to every developer on the planet, and Smart Siri. Let's get into it. First up, a massive report from 9to5Mac has confirmed that Apple is officially upgrading its private cloud compute, or PCC, architecture to the M5 chip. For context, when Apple Intelligence launched, it ran on an M2 and M4 chips in the cloud. But the M5 is a different beast. By moving the M5 into the data center, Apple is solving the biggest problem in AI: latency. One of the most critical metrics for AI latency is time to first token, or TTFT, how quickly the AI starts responding after you finish speaking. Early tests of the M5 silicon show it is 3.6 times faster at TTFT for large language models compared to M4. This reduces the awkward pause when Siri needs to reach out to the cloud for a complex request. Latency in data centers often isn't caused by lack of raw speed, but by data getting stuck moving between the memory and the processor. This is known as the memory wall. The M5 servers use a 153 gigabytes per second unified memory bandwidth, which is a 30% jump over M4. For the first time, Apple has embedded a dedicated neural accelerator in every GPU core. This allows the server to handle the massive matrix multiplications of an AI model without the latency penalty of moving data between a standalone NPU and the GPU. With the release of iOS 26.4 and Xcode 26.3, Apple introduced agentic workflows. Unlike a standard chatbot, an AI agent stays active to perform multi-step tasks, things like find the invoice, summarize it, and email it to the accountant. M5-based PCC servers are designed for sustained workloads. While a phone might throttle or slow down due to heat during a 5-minute AI task, the liquid-cooled M5 servers in Apple's data centers can maintain peak speeds indefinitely, ensuring the agent doesn't lag mid-task. Unlike previous versions that offered simple code completion, Xcode 26.3 integrates AI agents like Anthropic's Claude agent and OpenAI's Codex directly into the integrated development environment, or IDE. These agents can independently search documentation, explore your file structures, and update project settings. An agent can now write code, run a build, identify failure, and fix the bug, all without you lifting a finger. Agents can now see Xcode previews. If an agent generates a UI that looks broken, it can capture a snapshot of the preview, realize the layout is wrong, and iterate on the code until the design matches your prompt. Apple didn't just build a walled garden for its own AI. Xcode 26.3 supports the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, an open standard. This allows developers to plug in any compatible AI model, not just Apple's or Google's. Because it uses MCP, the AI agent has deep access to Xcode's internal tools like the debugger and terminal, making it a true collaborator rather than just a text generator. The partnership between Apple and Google, officially announced on January 12, 2026, marks a historic shift in Apple's AI strategy. After years of vertical integration, Apple has selected Google's Gemini 3 architecture to serve as the core foundation for a complete Siri overhaul. The deal is a multi-year, non-exclusive collaboration estimated to be worth $1 billion annually. It is designed as a bridge strategy. Apple leverages Google's world-leading models while simultaneously building its own AI server infrastructure, codenamed Bultra, to achieve total independence by 2027. Apple isn't just plugging in a Google chatbot. Instead, they have white-labeled a custom version of Gemini to act as Siri's brain for complex tasks. Siri now uses a massive 1.2 trillion parameter version of Gemini 3. This is a 8x increase in intelligence over the 150 billion parameter models Apple used previously. To maintain its brand promise, Apple does not send your data to Google servers. Instead, Apple runs Google's Gemini models on its own private cloud compute infrastructure. Siri will use a 3-layered approach to handle your request. Number 1, on-device for personal data like text, emails, and calendar. Number 2, private cloud compute for complex reasoning using Apple's secure servers. And then number 3, Google's Gemini for world knowledge, for broad questions about the world, trip planning, and web summarization. The integration is launching in 2 distinct phases throughout 2026. Phase 1, between March and April 2026, is iOS 26.4. This one will have context awareness. Siri will remember previous questions. Siri will have on-screen recognition and be able to see what you see and act on it. Phase 2 will be September of 2026, iOS 27. Here, Siri will have multi-step agentic type behavior and be able to do things like book a flight. So why did Apple choose Google over OpenAI? While Apple launched its AI journey with an OpenAI partnership, it pivoted to Google for the Siri core for 2 main reasons. 1, agentic capability. Internal benchmarks showed Gemini 3 performed significantly better at agentic tasks, the ability to actually execute actions inside apps compared to GPT 5.1. 2, Google was able to provide a custom high-parameter model that could be forked and run exclusively on Apple's private silicon servers. And also of note, ChatGPT remains an opt-in feature for specific creative tasks, but Gemini is now the default nervous system for Siri's general intelligence. So that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of Apple and other publicly traded companies. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.